Shalom. I want to give all praises, honor, and glory that's due to Yahweh Bahashim Yahweh Shah Bahashim Rakakadash. Double honors to the apostles and the elders at Great Millstone, those who rule well and who learned this truth from. Salutation to the brothers stiffly pushing this one truth in all sincerity and diligence, risking both your lives and freedom to do so. Shalom to the rest of the elect as we all await the second Exodus coming quickly by the hands of Lord Yahweh Shah. This your brother Kagabar, and then we're going to jump right into it. All right, the digital shift is here. And this thing is happening, man. All right. It's just going out. You know, Mexico's president, Claudia Sheinbaum, all right, stated that they will begin to no longer accept cash at gas stations or toll booths. All right. And digital payments will become mandatory by the end of 2026, man. All right. So by the end of this year, you know, months away, they're going to ultimately look to make cash obsolete, all right, at gas stations and toll booths, all right, which I will play this video where you'll hear it out of the horse's mouth, all right. And this is just showing you that these devils, we've been warning you, they're looking to capitalize off of the war with Iran, man. Ultimately, this is the global reset, the new world order shift is taking place right before your eyes. And that's why Trump posted, he went out and posted that post with the pressing the reset button, man. Well, what's being reset, all right, is the financial system, all right, to a digital means, man. Okay. And this is why, you know, I did the lesson the other day. All right. Iran, all right, is looking to charge oil tankers passing through the strait a toll. And guess what? The toll is going to be in the form of crypto. Okay, they're looking to charge a cryptocurrency toll to ships going through that strait. All right, and they may be accepting the yuan for now, but for how long, man? Because again, they're capitalizing off of this war, all right, to be justified ultimately in switching over this financial system, man. So this place, this current fiat system is collapsing and is being replaced. So I'm gonna play this video and grab a couple precepts, and that'll be that.
Que trabajemos. Nuestro objetivo es que este año, a través de los esquemas que trabajemos con la banca, hagamos obligatorio el pago de las gasolinas y de las casetas a través de manera digital. Esto va a permitir potenciar los pagos digitales accesibles que nos permitan avanzar en la digitalización del país a través de muchos otros esquemas. Nuestro objetivo es que...
You see, she mentioned digitizing the country. And this is why, with everything going on, okay, everybody's shifting towards digital IDs and CBDCs. It's no coincidence, man. We've been telling you this current system will collapse, and this will be your new system here. All right, and this is leading, all right, into the mark of the beast, because the same way wherein she said that this is going to be mandated, all right, by the end of the year, which shows you how quick, all right, they can do this, shows you that MOTB will be a necessity, all right, to buy and sell in society, man. So if we're in a time to where, you know, countries like Mexico here, for example, making it to where, you know, when you pay for gas and you go through these toll booths, digital payments are your only option. All right. And they may have cash for a while, but that'll trickle out. That won't last long. Then what, man? Then it's going to get to the point to where they put that MOTB in people. All right. And that's how you're going to be able to buy and sell. All right. The MOTB, the RFID chip, you know, is going to contain, you know, whatever form, you know, digital currency on it. And that's how you're going to make your payments. That's how you're going to move around in this new world that they trying to, you know, establish, man. See, it say Mexico to ban cash at the pump and the toll booth. Sheinbaum orders digital only payments by end of 2026. So this thing is happening quick, man. It seems Mexico has become the testing ground for the globalist WEF agenda. All right. Keep an eye on what happens in Mexico, as there's now a very good chance what happens there is what they plan to implement globally. Well, guess what? According to prophecy, what else is going to be global, right? He calls it all, both small, great, rich, poor, free, and bond to what? To receive a mark. That's global. All right. And that mark, the MOTB, all right, as we've been warning you, the subdermal implants, man, the microchips. You know, you look up Elon Musk, Neuralink. You got startup companies just like it. Okay. A lot of Swedes have it. We keep telling you people these things over and over. And now it's to the point to where you're going to end up taking it because they're squeezing every last ounce of savings and, out of people to where you're going to have to rely on them, man. And they're replacing people with AI strategically. It's all strategic so they can roll out UBI and give you, digital currencies and all of these things are pretty much in place, in motion. Okay. All right. It says there's a very good chance what happens there is what they plan to implement globally. All right. And so it's no coincidence Iran is looking to charge crypto tolls for oil tankers going through the strait, right? Which they don't own it, but they got the most leverage over it. So, which shows you that was all by design. All right. It's all, by design, man. Okay. And so, imagine America gets hit with a cyber attack or a blackout or grid outage. And they come back online and say, well, look, we have to, switch over to these digital payments, digital currency, cryptocurrencies only because they're more safe and secure and blah, 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 blah. Well, that's it. That's it for this place, man. But let's grab this real quick. This is Revelation 3:10. And because thou hast kept the word of my patience, I also will keep thee from the hour of temptation, which shall come upon all the world to try them that dwell upon the earth. So what's going to come upon all the world to try everybody on the earth is the mark of the beast. Okay, the mark of the beast. You see the RFID chip, the subdermal implants. They ultimately want a cyberpunk society, man. All right, so digital currency, that's why they're pushing for these digital payments only, because they're going to roll out digital currencies, man. That's what the war is about. That's, truly the real reason behind it. They want to switch this shit over. The reset, man. The reset. Okay. All right. And the Lord is going to keep the elect from this, man. Meaning he's going to have provisions set up in certain things. There's going to be so many miracles that are going to happen for us to make it through this, man, because we've been striving. We've been warning you people. We've been building our faith up in the Lord. So he's going to come through for us in a time to where many people are going to fold and go run and take the chip so that they can put food on their table, man. I mean, this is quite literally what's about to happen. And you can see this is going to be very quick because just for the simple fact, they said this is the move by the end of the year. So they ain't waiting no more. They ain't waiting around. They doing this shit, man. These countries move at different rates with it. But at the end of the day, they're all moving towards the same direction. See that? Let's read a little bit of this article. Yeah. It say Mexico to ban cash at the pump and the toll booth. Sheinbaum orders digital only payments by end of 2026. So they're looking to do away with cash, man. You do away with cash, you got to replace it with digital currency. Okay. Standing before the assembled leadership of Mexico's banking sector, President Claudia Sheinbaum delivered an announcement that will reshape the daily routines of millions of Mexican drivers. Cash will no longer be accepted at the country's gas stations or highway toll booths before the end of 2026 this year. Digital payment, she said, is not a suggestion. It is a mandate. And that's when you get into Revelation 13, when it says he calls it all. Right. That's a mandate. That's ultimately a mandate, man. That's what they're going to do with the MOTB. So they're pushing people, to the brink. This cost of living crisis, gas prices going through the roof, which is going to affect the prices of everything. And it's going to keep getting worse. OK, because J.D. Vance went out and said that the other day that they could not reach negotiations with Iran. So we knew that ceasefire wasn't going to last. That shit wasn't going to hold up. All right, Israel wasn't going to let that shit last anyways, man. They immediately went out and struck Lebanon. So, things are going to get worse. And as they get worse, they have solutions in place, okay? UBI, right? And it's particular things to where, they're going to try to give you relief. And that relief is going to be in the form of you ultimately submitting to this man's new system, man. See that? But it is a mandate, right? Skip down. It quotes, "Our goal this year is to make digital payment of gasoline and tolls mandatory." Sheinbaum told the convention she framed the move as a cornerstone of a broader effort to digitize the Mexican economy and reduce its dependence on cash transactions. A goal that the administration has been building toward through a series of policy steps, digital payment platform upgrades, and banking sector partnerships since Sheinbaum took office. Yeah. And that's where you get into the blockchain and all these particular things these countries have been building up over the last, several years. Right. Yada, yada, yada. The implementation plan, according to the president, includes nationwide information campaigns, prepayment options for tolls, and phone-based payment systems designed to reduce congestion at toll plazas and eliminate the inefficiencies and corruption risks associated with cash handling at high-volume points of sale. So they always have to make sure they try to come out and sell you on the convenience of it, right? We're going to need crypto and digital payments and yada, yada, yada for all these particular reasons. Iran, I did that lesson the other day. They mentioned why they, are looking to do the charge, for the tolls and crypto, right? It's always a reason behind it, but nonetheless, what's the larger push here? See, all toll booths across federal highways are expected to operate exclusively on digital payment before the year's out. So they, like I said, they moving very quick with it. All right. It's pretty much the point on that. Let's grab this. Let's grab this in Revelation 13, because we're pretty much here, man. Lord willing, months away from this being the case. Revelation 13 and 16, and he calls it all, both small and great, rich and poor, free and bond, to receive a mark in their right hand or in their foreheads, and that no man might buy or sell save he that had the mark or the name of the beast or the number of his name. So if you pay any type of attention and you see that these globalists are clearly looking to digitize all of these countries and, do away with cash, well, that means that your form of payment will be digital. So when scripture, the prophecy states no man might buy nor sell, well, you're going to buy and sell with digital currencies, and they're going to put a chip in you to facilitate that, man. This is why they have Palantir, the Stargate program, the blockchain and Elon. Everything is here now. Everything is in motion. The dominoes are falling and everything is in place. Okay. And, this is it. And this is our temptation is vastly approaching the earth to whereby they're going to start causing people to take that MOTB. What's going to cause people to run and take it? The conditions on the earth, man. Hard times, desperate measures, the cost of living, the cost of everything, is pretty much, that's what it's going to be. And the Lord, again, as we read in Revelation 3, is going to keep the elect from that because we've been serving him, man, to the best of our ability, right? These people are going to be taking it, these FEMA camps and shit, they're going to take it. They ain't going to have no choice. They ain't going to have no faith. And so he may have certain people in our lives that, look, Trump says U.S. Navy to blockade Strait of Hormuz after failed talks. That's a spirit, man. I told you those negotiations failed. But, that's pretty much the point, man. All right, Lord willing, that was edifying. I'm going to give all praises to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Shalom.